Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Okay, in today's class we learn about multiplication of numbers. Yes, so what is our checklist? To learn how to multiply a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number, and also to solve word problems on the multiplication of numbers. Okay, so this is the chapter 3, multiplication, and by the end of this chapter we would be able to multiply a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number, and also we'll know how to solve word problems on the multiplication of numbers. Okay children, starting with the first one. In multiplication, two numbers are multiplied to get a product. Yes, we all know what is multiplication. Yes, so suppose I have two numbers here, 18 and 12. Now when I multiply 18 with 12, now the first number 18 is called multiplier, and the second number 12 is called as multiplicand. Okay children, what is the first number called? The first number 18 is called as multiplier, and the second number 12 is called as multiplicand. Now what about this? The answer we get 216 is called as the product. Now see, when we add two numbers, the numbers are called as addends. Yes or no? The numbers which we are adding are called as addends, and the answer is called as sum. In the same way, when we are subtracting, the bigger number is called as the minuend and the smaller number is called as the subtrahend, and the answer is called as what children? Difference. In the same way, when we are multiplying, the first number is called multiplier, second number is called multiplicand, and the answer we get by multiplying these two is called as the product. Okay children, this is the basic introduction about multiplication. Now moving to how to multiply these 2-digit numbers. I know that you have already done multiplication of 2-digit numbers in your previous standard, but let us revise. Now see, what are we doing? We have ones and tens in the multiplicand. First, what should we do? We should multiply with the ones. 4 5s are 20. Now 0 is to be written here. 2 is to be carried on to the next number. 4 6 are 24. Plus what do we have? We have 2 carried. 24 plus 2 becomes 26. So we are writing 26 here. Okay. What was this? This is the first step wherein we multiplied 65 with 4. Now next, moving on to the tens place. Yes children, see, this is a new digit. We are taking the new digit now. After 3 we are having one digit here, that is 4. So before I start multiplying, I will place 1 0 here. Okay, a new digit. Whenever we are multiplying with a new digit, we start in a new line, and here after 3 we are having one digit. So I am placing 1 0. Now let us start multiplying. 3 5s are 15. 5 is written here, 1 carried. Now 3 6 are 18. 18 plus 1 becomes 19. So 19 is written here. Okay children, what is this? Our problem is almost done now. What did we do? First we multiplied the multiplier 65 with 4 and then with 3. Yes, now what are these two called? These two are called as partial products. Yes, these we got by multiplying, so these are called as products, but it is not our final answer, so it is called as the partial products. These two are called as our partial products. Now what to do? We should add these partial products together. 0 plus 0 0, 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 here 1 carried, 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 9 12, 2 here 1 carried, lastly 1 plus 1 2. 2210 is the product of a multiplication. Okay children, this was multiplying a 2-digit number with another 2-digit number. Now let us look at some properties of addition. Yes, let us look at some properties of addition. The first property is that the product remains same even if the order of the numbers being multiplied is reversed. What are they saying about the product? That it remains the same. What is the product again children? Product is the answer of multiplication. Answer that we get from multiplication. It remains the same even if the order of the numbers being multiplied is reversed. First, let me explain this with small numbers. Say I am multiplying 3 and 2. Yes, what is 3 twos are? 3 twos are 6. Yes, now the order of these numbers, if I reverse it, that means 2 is written first and 3 is written second. Now 2 threes are how much, children? Again 2 threes are also same. So what are we observing here? The product. Yes, this is our product. The product is the same. In both the cases 6 is our answer. So the product is the same even though the order of the numbers is reversed. The order of the numbers being multiplied is reversed. Yes, let us take here what example did they give? 9 into 12. See, how can we do this? 9 into 12, 9 twos are 18, 1 carried, 9 ones are 9 plus 1, 10. Now changing the order, reversing the order. 12 comes first and 9 comes second. 9 twos are 18, 1 carried, 9 ones are 9 plus 1, 10. Again children, what did we observe? That the product is remaining the same even though the order of the numbers being multiplied is reversed. Yes, so that is our first property of addition. See, 9 into 12 is also 108 and 12 into 9 is also 108. So where can we use this? Means you can use this in tables. Suppose you don't know what is 8 twos are. Okay, suppose if you don't know what is 8 twos are, so you can try and figure out what is 2 eights are. See, if you know 2 eights are 16, then automatically 8 twos are also becomes 16. Okay children, if you know that 2 eights are is equal to 16. Now if the order is changed, 8 is coming first and 2 is coming second, it will also be 16 only. The product will be 16 only. Next, coming to property number 2. The product of any number with 1 is the number itself. Example, 19 into 1 is equal to 19. 1 into 243 is equal to 243. Yes, what are they saying? Whenever we multiply a number with 1, then the answer will be the number itself. There will be no change in the answer. Yes, we always do in multiplication also. Yes, if we look at the 1 table, 1 twos are 2, 1 threes are 3, 1 fours are 4. So 1 table is the easiest for us to say. Yes, why? Because whatever the number we multiply it with 1, the answer will be the number itself. See, 1 twos are 2, 1 threes are 3. Even if someone asks you to tell the table till 500, 1 500s are is equal to 500. Yes, even above that, 1 into 49 is 499 is equals to 499. So because of this property of addition, that any number when multiplied with 1 will give the answer, will get the number itself as our product. Yes, the product of any number with 1 is the number itself. So that is our property number 2. Coming to property number 3. The product of any number and 0 is 0. Example, 34 into 0 is equal to 0. 987 into 0 is equal to 0. Again, just now we have learnt about 1. Suppose if I multiply 989 with 1, the answer will be 989 only. Now what if I multiply the same number with 0? 989 into 0 is equal to 0. So whenever you see 0 in multiplication, the answer will be 0 only. The product would be 0 only. Even though it is 1,07,500 into 0, the answer will be 0 only. Yes, so the multiplicand is the 0 here, so the product will be 0 only. Now what was that? That was our third property of addition. Coming to the last one, the product remains the same even when the grouping of numbers is changed. This is into here. See, 5 into 2 into 6 is equals to 60. What is this is? Let me explain here. Yes. Now what do we see here, children? We are seeing brackets here. Yes, these are brackets. So remember that whenever we have brackets in a mathematics problem, first we need to solve whatever there is inside the brackets. What do we have inside the brackets? 5 into 2. 5 twos are how much, children? 5 twos are 10. Now 10 6 are 60. The answer becomes what? 60. This was 5 into 2. Now what if I change the grouping? First 5 and 2 were a group. Now I will make 2 and 6 a group here. 2 and 6 are put inside the bracket now. Now what is 2 6 are? 12. Now 5 12s are again 60. Yes children, as I said, first multiply the numbers inside the bracket. 2 6 are 12. 5 12s are 60. Again I am making 5 and 6 as a group now. 5 into 6 into 2. See, 5 6 are 30. First multiplying the numbers inside the bracket. Then 2. 32s are 60. So what are we observing here? The product is the same. Even though the grouping of the numbers is changed, the product is remaining the same. Yes, the product remains the same even when the grouping of numbers is changed. So this becomes our fourth and final property of multiplication. Yes children, I hope this was clear. Now using these properties, let us fill in some blanks. First one, 6543 into dash is equal to 0. Now the product is 0 here. So what should we multiply the number with? 0. Yes, so whenever a number is multiplied with 0, then the product becomes 0. So here the multiplicand becomes 0. Coming to question number 2, dash into 879 is equal to 879. Now yes children, we got the same number as the product. When is this possible? Yes, so when we multiply a number with 1, then only we will get the same number as a product. So 1 into 879 is equal to 879. Clear children? Coming to question number 3. 65 into 34 is equal to 34 into dash. See here, which property is being used? The property that the product will be same even when the order of the numbers being multiplied is reversed. First here we had 65 into 34, that is nothing but 34 into 65. So even when the order is reversed, the product will be same. Coming to question number 4, 23 into 15 into 56 is equal to 56 into 23 into dash. Now see, this was the fourth property of addition. Here the grouping is changed. Yes, the order is changed. 23 into 56. First these two are multiplied. And what are we left with? 15. Yes, this is the same as 23 into 15 into 56 is the same as 56 into 23 into 15. The product will be the same. Fifth question. Now we have 7890 into 0 is equal to dash. Yes, whenever we multiply a number with 0, the product will be 0 only. Next question 6. 300 into 222 is equal to 222 into dash. See, yes, how to do this children? This will be 300 here. Yes, the order is reversed. 222 written first. So 300 comes second. Coming to question 7. 564 into 321 into dash is equal to 321 into 250 into 564. Now see, again here also the grouping is changed. We have 564, 321. Now what is missing? 250. So 250 is our answer. Again option 8, question number 8 becomes 0. Yes. Next, question number 9. We do not have 0 here, sorry. Dash into 1 is equal to 475. Yes children, what should we multiply 1 with? 475. Yes, so that the number is the product itself. Next, the last question. 15,322 into dash is equal to 0. How can we get 0? When we multiply the number with 0. Yes, So into 0 becomes our correct answer. Now let us look at multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000. What did we see? We saw multiplication by 1 and 0 just now, and also we learnt about multiplying a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number. Now let us see how to multiply a number by 10, 100 and 1000. First, coming to multiply a number by 10. Write a 0 to the right of the number. For example, 45 into 10 is equal to 450, 16 into 10 is equal to 160, 306 into 10 is equals to 3060. See children, what are they saying? Whenever we multiply a number by 10, we just need to write a 0 to the right of the number. Suppose I have 45 into 10. Now how many zeros are there in 10? 1. So even in the product, beside the multiplier, I should write 0. 1 0. Yes, 10 has 1 0. So 1 0. Even if it is a very big number like this, 10,750 into 10. I can simply write the answer as, first copy the number as given and then place 1 0 to the right of the number. So the answer becomes 1,07,500. Clear children? This was multiplying with 10. Whenever we multiply a number with 10, we simply place a 0 to the right in the product. Next, similarly, when you multiply a number by 100, write 2 zeros to the right of the number. For example, 32 into 100 is equal to 3200. 675 into 100 is equals to 67,500. 560 into 100 is equals to 56,000. Now what are we doing here? So if you observe, 2 zeros are added. 2 zeros are added to each number in the product. 32 into 100. See, 100 has 2 zeros. So first what will be there in the product? Write the number as it is, that is 32. And as 100 has 2 zeros, the product will also have 2 zeros. Let us say again a bigger number like this. 1,07,563 into 100 is equal to, again write the number as it is, 107,563. After that place 2 zeros. 100 is having 2 zeros, so place those 2 zeros to the right of the number. Clear children? Multiplying with 100. Now lastly, coming to multiplying by 1000. Continuing the same pattern, how many zeros will you add to the number when you multiply by 1000? Yes, they are asking us only to find out. 18 into 1000. 18 into 1000. Again, how many zeros does 1000 has? 3. So we'll add 3 zeros to the product. Yes, 18 written as it is. After that, how many zeros? 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. So 18 into 1000 becomes 18,000. Clear children? So let us write the answer here. 18 into 1000, 18,000. Now 49 into 1000. 49 as it is. Here we are having 3 zeros. So writing 3 zeros in the product. Next, 524 into 1000. Again 524 as it is. We are having 3 zeros in 1000. So adding 3 zeros in the product. 5,24,000 becomes my product here. Yes children, I hope this is clear. Next, moving on to multiplying a number by 30, 300 or 3000. Yes, first what did we learn? 10, 100 and 3000. In the same, 10, 100 and 1000. So in the same way, let us learn how to multiply a number by 30, 300 or 3000. Yes children, this rule is not only applicable to 10, 100 or 30, 300. Any number which has a 0 in it. Say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or 200, 400. Okay, for any number where only a single digit, yes, one digit is a non-zero number, that is which is not a 0, and the other digits are zeros. So you can multiply it with you can apply this technique to any such number. Yes, so how to multiply? First multiply the given number by 3 and add the corresponding number of zeros. For example, find the products 34 into 30. 34 into 30. Now how to multiply this means, first multiply 3 with 34. 3 fours are 12, 2 here 1 carried. Okay children, next 3 threes are 9 plus 1, 10. What did we get? We got 102 as the product. Now in 30 we are having 1 0. So we'll place 1 0 to the right of the product. 1020 becomes our answer. Clear? 34 into 30. First multiply 34 with 3 and then to the product add 1 0. As 30 has 1 0, so in the product also we are adding 1 0 to the right of the product. So 1020 becomes our answer. 1020. Coming to the next, 30 into 300. Okay. Yes, again here 3 into 0. 0, 3 threes are 9. Yes children, now in 300 we are having 2 zeros. So even in the product we will place 2 zeros to the right. So 30 into 300 becomes 9000. Yes, the same technique that we have used for multiplying by 100 and 1000 also. See, if it was 100, what did we do? 30 ones are, we know that any number multiplied by 1 will be the number itself. So directly we wrote the number and then there were 2 zeros, so we added 2 zeros. But here instead of 1 we are having 3. So we need to multiply. 33s are 90 and then we are having 2 zeros, so adding 2 zeros. Clear children? 30 into 300 becomes 9000. Now 34 into 3000. 34 into 3000. Again multiply 3 with 34. 3 fours are 12, 1 carried. 3 threes are 9 plus 1, 10. So 102 is the product, and in 3000 we are having how many zeros? 1, 2 and 3. So even in the product to the right we'll write 3 zeros. 1,02,000 becomes our product here. 34 into 3000 is equal to 1,02,000. Yes? Yes, that is what they are also saying here. First find the product of 34 into 2 and now add the corresponding zeros. Yes, corresponding number of zeros means after 3 the number of zeros we are having will become the corresponding number of zeros, and the same number of zeros should be added at the end of the product, to the right of the product. Yes. So that is how we multiply a number by 30, 300 or 2000. Now let me take say 14 into 500 children. Again the same concept is to be applied. Multiply 5 first. 5 fours are 20, 2 carried, 5 ones are 5 plus 2, 7. And here after 5 we are having 2 zeros. So even in the product I'll place 2 zeros to the right. Clear? 14 into 500 becomes 7000. Or say 231 into 9000. Again multiply 9 first. 9 ones are 9, 9 threes are 27, 2 carried, 9 twos are 18 plus 2, 20. Now after 9 we are having 3 zeros here. So placing 3 zeros in the to the right of the product. 20,79,000 becomes our product. Yes, I hope this was clear. Multiplying a number by 10, 100, 1000, 30, 300, 3000 or so on. Now on the basis of this concept, let us do an exercise. Fill in the blanks. What should we do? We should fill in the blanks. First one, 3 into 400. Multiply the non-zero numbers, means the numbers that are not zeros. 3 fours are 12. 3 fours are 12 and here after 4 we are having 2 zeros, so placing 2 zeros. Now 32 into 60. 6 twos are 12, 1 carried, 6 threes are 18 plus 1, 19. Yes children, we are having 1 0, so placing 1 0 here. 181 into 1000. Simply we can write 181 and then 1000 has 3 zeros, so adding 3 zeros to the right. 5 into 300. 5 threes are 15 and then 2 zeros. 355 into 20. 5 twos are 10. 1 carried. 5 twos are 10 plus 1 11. 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7, and lastly another 0, because in 20 we are having 1 0. Now 75 into dash is equal to 35,000. See children, what are they asking? By what number should we multiply 75 to get 35,000? If we multiply it with 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 7s are 35, plus 2 becomes 37. No, that won't be the right answer. Yes. See, 75 into dash is equal to 35,000. I think this is 7 into 5. Yes. Let us take it as 7 into dash is equal to 5,000. Now, if you 35,000, 7 into dash is equal to 35,000. Okay. Now, if you look at the product, we are having 3 zeros to the right. So, even in the multiplicand, I will write 3 zeros. And before zeros, what do we have? 35. Here, what do we have? 7. 7 into dash is equal to 35, children. What should we multiply 7 to get 35? 7 5s are 35. So, 7 into 5,000 becomes 35,000. Clear? Just simply we have added the number of zeros, and to that here we are having 35. 7 5s are 35. So we have placed 5 here. 7 into 5,000 becomes 35,000. Okay. Next, 16 into 4,000 is equal to dash. First we are having 3 zeros. Let me write that. 4 6 are 24. 2 carried. 4 1s are 4 plus 2 6. 64,000 becomes our answer here. 35 into dash is equal to 35,000. And now again, as I said, in the product we are having 3 zeros. So I am placing 3 zeros. Now here we are having 35. What should we multiply 35 with to get 35? Yes. 35 1s are 35. Yes or no? So 35 into 1000 will give us 35,000. Next, 100 into dash is equal to 10,000, children. Here we are already having 2 zeros, and yes, in 100 I am having 2 zeros. Let me write it here. 100 into dash is equal to 10,000. Now in the multiplier 100 I am already having 2 zeros. Apart from those 2 zeros, I am having 2 more zeros extra in the product. So I'll add 2 zeros here. Yes. Now if you remove all that, what do we have? 1. 1 into dash is equal to 1. We are done with the zeros part. Yes or no, children? Now coming to the non-zero numbers, 1 into dash is equal to 1. Is it 1 0? No. 1 1s are 1. 1 1s are 1. So from this what can we conclude? That 100 into 100 is equal to 10,000. See, multiply and see. 100 into 100. First writing the number as it is. In 100 we are having 2 zeros. So placing 2 zeros in the product. So what is the answer? 10,000. The same as the given product. So 100 into 100 is equal to 10,000. And lastly 590 into 500. 590 into 500. Okay, children. Okay, or else what you can do here is, there are two ways of multiplying. First, multiply 590 by 5, or just forget about the zeros. Multiply 59 with 5. 5 9s are 45. 4 carried. 5 5s are 25. Plus 4 becomes 29. So 295. Now count the number of zeros. 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 zeros here, so even in the product place 3 zeros. Okay. 2,95,000 becomes our answer. 2,95,000 becomes our answer. Yes, children, I hope this was clear. What did we learn today? We learnt about multiplying a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number, and also we have learnt about the properties of, yes, we've learnt about the properties of multiplication, and multiplication by 10, 100, 1000, and also multiplication by 30, 300 or 3000. Yes. So children,